Hey, welcome back to Front Porch Finance. This is Tammy. Nobody wakes up one morning and says, today feels like a good day to forget my own child's name. And nobody plans to get lost driving home from the grocery store, the one they've shopped at for 30, 40, 50, even 60 years. And nobody plans for the day that their spouse looks at them and says, who are you and why are you in my house? But here we are, every single day, homes all across this country. Let me tell you what dementia really looks like, because Hallmark doesn't make cards for this. It looks like a grown man standing in his own backyard at 2 a.m. in his pajamas, convinced that he needs to go to work, even though he's been retired for 10 plus years. It looks like a woman whisper crying in the bathroom because her husband just accused her of stealing his wallet again. It looks like adult children arguing in the driveway about who's going to quit their job this time because mama can't be left alone anymore. These are real conversations that happen every day. And here's the part that nobody warns you about. Dementia doesn't just steal these memories. It also drains the bank accounts. It strains marriages, and it burns out caregivers. And it humbles even the strongest families you know. I've sat across kitchen tables where the silence was louder than the words. The folders are spread out, the bills are stacked high, and someone finally says the sentence that changes everything. We didn't know it was going to cost this much. One spouse is still working at 67, 75, because retirement became impossible. I deal with children cashing out their 401ks and paying those penalties because they have to keep the lights on to take care of their parents. A son sleeps with his phone on full volume because dad wonders. I've been there. And the cruelest part, many of these families did everything they were told to do. They saved, they worked hard, they paid their premiums, they trusted Medicare would help. But let me just tell you one real fact. Bless your heart. Medicare was never meant for dementia. Medicare doesn't pay for long-term custodial care. It doesn't pay for someone to sit with your spouse while you run to the store. It doesn't pay for memory care month after month after month. I've been in this space 40 years. And memory care doesn't care what your income used to be. Maybe you made $5,000 a month or $7,000 a month or even more if you were blessed. And that's when families start selling the things that they swore they never would. They sell land that's been in their family for generations. They sell the camper that they finally got enough money to buy because they dreamed of traveling the United States together. And now they can't. The life they worked their whole lives to build. Now listen to me carefully because this part matters. Living benefits in your insurance policy is not about death. It's about dignity while you're still living. It's about having options when dementia shows up uninvited. Living benefits can mean money to help pay for that in-home care so you can continue to work. It can be money to ease the burden on the spouse or the children. It can be money that allows you to stay in your home longer or permanently. It can be money that gives your family choices instead of panic. Living benefits is not a lottery ticket, and it's not a miracle. It is literally a lifeline. I've watched firsthand families without living benefits. They scramble, they borrow, they argue, and they break under the pressure. Whereas families with living benefits, they're going to still grieve the process of what's going on, but they breathe a little easier They can hire help. They can sleep. They can be the spouse again, not the caregiver to their spouse. And here's the truth that really sits hard on my heart. You don't buy living benefits because you think something bad's going to happen. You buy them because if it does, the people you love won't have to suffer more than they already are with the illness or the sickness. This is love planning ahead. This is saying, I don't want my kids to carry this alone. I don't want my spouse to be broken under the weight of this. I don't want dementia to take everything my family has. Now, if this hits close to home, and I know for some of you it did. I walked this dog. Oh, I've walked it my entire life. Don't just scroll past it. You need to have the conversation with your loved ones. You need to ask the questions. Get educated before this crisis hits. My name is Tammy Mosteller. I'm benefits specialist, and this is what I do. Please contact me. I would love to sit across the kitchen table from you and have these conversations with you and your family.